Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I think I half mentioned about doing this in my very first video of the year, the pamper video. When I was doing my nails, I noticed a new brand of Naturissimo, and I actually got one of their products in the Naturissimo Advent Calendar, and it's a nail brand called Manucurist Paris, and I thought I wanted to give it a go and actually compare between that and my Barry M nail lashes, because predominantly all my nail lashes are Barry M. There's a few like different ones here and there, but I love Barry M, A because it's inexpensive, B they've got a huge variety of colours, so whether you like your natural colours, your bold colours, your glitters, whatever, but also they last pretty well throughout the week as well, and I find I can get like a good wear out of them, although I do like to change up my nails a lot, so but I thought let's try out this new brand and compare the two and see how it goes. So that's what I'm going to do in today's video. So these are my current nails. This is obviously Barry M. It's maroon something. I can't remember. I have broken a nail unfortunately. But I'm going to take these off. I've also been asked to show how I shape my nails, so I'm going to do that today. And then I'm going to do one hand Barry M, one hand the new brand. The colour I went for is called Violetta. So this is it. It's a gorgeous pinky tone. So I've got a base coat and a top coat, and then the Barry M, when I go the colour wise, kind of roughly matches this one. This is in their shade Fuchsia Generation, so I thought near enough. So I'll do one hand one colour, one hand the other, and it shouldn't be too much of a difference between colours. I'm going to be kind and do the Manucurist Paris on my good hand. This hand, A, the nails grow better on this hand, they don't really break, they grow quite straight and overall last well. I think it's partly because this is my dominant hand, so these chip a bit easier. Also my nails don't grow, I've got wonky fingers and this one's a wonky nail, so it's not, this is my good hand. So I'm going to use my good hand to be kind and put Barry M on my other hand. So yeah, I picked up that colour. I did get a base SOS from them, it's a base coat, and then I got their High Shine Longwear top coat. So obviously I'm going to compare. For Barry M's side, I'm going to use what I always use, which is one of the hardening nail paints. It's a nail strengthener. This one's in, I want to say Sheer Charm, and then I always use the Super Size wet set quick dry top coat. So this hand will have a quick dry top coat, the other one won't, but I'll see how it dries, how quickly it dries and how well it lasts. So yeah, if that sounds like something you're interested in, then please keep on watching. Okay, I have removed all the nail varnish off. You can really see that I broke this one short, so I am going to file these all down because this is actually a bit too long for me. So I'll file them and show you how I shape them. I'll be honest, I don't like long nails without nail polish on, so if these were bare I'd have to have them short. I don't know why, but for me I don't like them how they look here, so that's why I like to paint them. If not, I keep them short. But yeah, because I broke this one, I just want to file them down so there's not too much difference. I don't want to file it so it's that short for all of them, but just enough so it's not too noticeable. So, admittedly, I don't like glass nail files. I find them, it feels really weird, I just don't get on with them. I like the basic ones like these, which I know aren't that very good for your nails, but these work perfectly for me and I like them a lot. And I probably do a bad method as well, because I know you're supposed to go in one direction, I go in both directions. Just because I prefer to. So all I do to shape my nails is I prefer a slightly more squared look but with a rounded edge. So it's a bit hard for me to show you, but what I'll do is I'll do the length first. So I'll just go back and forth, as like I said, that's not the proper method, but that's what I do. I just go back and forth to kind of get to a length I like, and I'll kind of look at different angles as well just to make sure that I'm happy with it. It's level. And then what I'll do is I then kind of go around the edges like this, just to, oh you can't see, Then I'll go around the edges kind of like this, just to round them out. So I like a flat top, but then slightly rounded edges. I just think it suits me. I just don't think I suit the pointed nail look. I'd love to try a coffin nail, but again, I just think I overall suit kind of the slightly more rounded square look. Okay, so I'm just going to do the same for all of these. So I just like to file it down and get the length off first I want. Yes, you can see this hand is my best hand. Like I said, I think this is my non-dominant hand. Nails just grow quicker and like nail varnishes last a bit longer. Okay, now I'm just going to file it down a bit. I'm just going to go around the edges out. I think once baby girl's here, I will go back to quite short, not too short, probably actually maybe that length, just so there is some length to them, but not, I don't want to accidentally scratch or anything like that, so. Okay, I'm just going to do that for the rest. So yeah, like I said, I like to go straight back and forth just to get the length, then I round out the edges, and then we'll move on to the nail varnish portion. Okay, I folded them all down slightly, so a little bit shorter. Apologies, quite hard to film at this angle. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to do this hand and just do my Barry M combination I like to do, because it'll dry quite quickly with the top coat, and then we can really focus on this hand with the new brand. I will quick film me actually painting this hand, but I'll quickly kind of speed through it a little bit. One hand painted. I am quite messy with this hand as well because this is my non-dominant hand. I do get a little messy, but to be honest, with the hot water, when I wash my hands later, it'll come off on the skin, but that's all painted. I'm going to let it dry. It won't take too long because I've used this one, and then we can move on to my other hand. Okay, I'm going to move on to this hand now. It's been about 5 minutes. These are pretty much, yeah, they're touchable. They're good. So we're going to move on to this hand. So yeah, I picked up these three. Now they are a little bit more expensive than Barry M. So they are a little bit more expensive than Barry M. I think it's £15 each, where I think these are about £6 each. I can't remember off the top of my head. So they are cheaper, obviously, the Barry M's. But if these are good quality, I'm happy to kind of spend the money. In terms of colour range, they did a fair amount of colours, to be fair. They're all kind of your classic colours. They didn't do any particularly outrageous fun colours. I think there was one glitter, but it was all kind of like your standard colours that everyone would like. So they did do a good range in terms of that. If you want more unusual ones and slightly fun, different kind of textures, then Barry M would be more for you. So I'll start with the base coat, and I did actually find one that was for repair and strengthen, so it's kind of similar to the hardener I put on my other hand. They didn't have a quick drying top coat, so that's the only difference, but hopefully this will be good. I'm going to do a couple of layers of this because I do a couple of layers of the other one on my hand, and we'll see what it's like. Oh, if I can get it off. So, pretty standard size ones. The Barry M's a mix and match. Sometimes they're this size and sometimes they're much fatter. I think actually the top coat one is quite a fat one, so it depends what you prefer, but that's quite a nice thin ones, so let's go ahead and do this. Hopefully you can kind of see. I need to go this way. So obviously this is, like I said, this is a strengthener one, like the other one, but this doesn't have a tint like the Barry M does, but that's fine. So nice and easy to apply so far. And the base coats, you can't go too wrong, to be fair. Okay, so that's coat number 1 on. And like I said, because I do 2 coats of the hardener of the other hand, Barry M, I'll do 2 coats of this one as well. So like I said, I'm purposely using this hand for this one because this is my better hand in terms of just how my nails are naturally, but also because it's my non-dominant, I don't tend to chip these that easily. That's a couple of coats of that on. Obviously I won't know the effects of it for a while, but we'll see if it kind of, when my nails dry, like my nails feel quite hard on this side, so we'll see how they feel once we've got everything on. But I'm just going to let that dry for like a minute or so, and then we can go in with the fun colour. Okay, on to the actual colour. So like I said, I got Violetta. Oh, quick dry intense coat. I did not see that on there. So this is meant to be a quick dry. I didn't see a quick dry top coat though. So I'm intrigued, but yeah, I just noticed quick dry intense colour. Well, that's good. We'll see how similar colour wise it is, but I think it wouldn't be, it's not going to be too bad. At least not too noticeable, so let's... Nice. Okay, you've got to make sure you brush off some of it because it's quite fresh. You get a lot of product on the first go, but that is a gorgeous colour. Lovely. And actually that's pretty, I mean I did have too much on the brush, but on that one coat that's pretty opaque already. And I do just want to get rid of some of the paint in there. Okay. Hello. Oh, thank you, gorgeous. Thank you. So I'll wipe off a bit more this time. What's the idea? Is you're not supposed to drown your cuticle area. And I don't cut my cuticles or push my cuticles back. Probably should, but I don't. Okay, that was better. That is a lovely colour. It's applying really nicely, it's smooth, it's quite a liquidy one. So like I said, you want to kind of wipe off the excess off your brush, which you should do anyway, to be fair. But the brush is lovely in terms of like getting around the nail. Just flip it over. I'm doing a shoddy job there. Okay, it's a really gorgeous colour, almost, I'd say this one's a bit more pink and a bit brighter than this one, but pretty much the same colour. This is a stunning colour. This has actually been nice all year round, because I picked it because I thought it was quite a nice wintry shade, as we're in January, but I'd wear that in the summer as well. Yeah, you can always get away with just doing the one coat with this actually. It's quite opaque. I do like to do 2 coats just so I think it helps also strengthen nails slightly. But no, that is lovely. Don't judge me with how I paint my nails. I'm not the best, but it works for me. So let's go with I do my best not to drown my cuticles, but sometimes it happens. Okay, that is one coat on. That is an absolutely beautiful colour. Love it. Okay, I'm going to let that dry ever so slightly and then we can do a second coat of that. Okay, let's do coat number 2. Let's see how nicely this builds up. I'd say formulation, well, in terms of applying this nail varnish, this is lovely. The only tip I'd say is just take off some of the excess off your brush. I'd say mainly when you get to your little nail, because I think that's where I drowned it slightly. The second coat is going nicely on top. It's not doing any dragging or ruining the coat underneath. Let's just do the thumb. Oh, that was quite a bit there. Okay, coat number 2 done. So I'm going to let that dry for about a minute or so, and then I'll go in with the top coat. Okay, now finally on to the top coat. So this is a high shine long wear top coat. So we're going to go in with this next. Oh, so the top sunshine provides extreme shine and long lasting results with your green nail colours. It accelerates drying time, reacting to natural UV rays. Yeah, okay. So it's saying it's got an element of quick dry. I'll take that. That's a gorgeous colour. I think I prefer this colour over the Barry M one that I've got on right now. Do you know what? A lipstick in that colour would be lovely. Anyway, let's go in with the top coat. It's applying nicely, from a similar way to the other two applied. Okay, we've got our top coat on. It's looking very nice and glossy right now. Like I said, that colour is beautiful. I'm loving that. Okay, so I'm going to let that dry. I'll see how long it takes to dry. I'll let you know roughly how long it takes to dry. I'm going to edit a video whilst I wait for it to dry, and then we can come back, see how it looks, and then throughout this week I'll kind of do check-ins and we can have a look at the nails and compare the two and see how well it's doing. Okay, I've let the nails dry for about 10 minutes and they're feeling dry. I can kind of touch them like this and they don't feel too bad. So I think we're good. What I'm going to do, final step for both hands, is add some of the cuticle oil, nail oil. This is what made me think of this brand because I've got this in the Naturissimo calendar. So I'm going to do it for both and just gives it a bit of a nice shine. And just, yeah, softens the nails as well. Well, not softens the nail. Makes the skin around the nails nice and kind of soft. Yeah, I just think it helps with the overall glossy shine. So I just rub it in a bit. So I just do one dollop of the pipette and just rub it in. That is my nails done. So yeah, with this I actually thought it was a really nice formula. It's quite liquidy, so like I said, just excess take off and do thin layers. But all of it applied really nicely. I didn't take too long to dry, like I said, I left it about 10 minutes, which isn't too bad. I don't like it when it lasts too long. This hand dried within 5 minutes. I do think I prefer the colour of this one over this one. Obviously they weren't a perfect match, but this is a gorgeous colour. A nice kind of like berry colour. But we'll see how long this lasts. So it's a Monday evening currently. So I'll kind of check in throughout the week. I'll try and get them in natural lighting as well. It's pitch black outside so I can't do that. Just so we can compare and contrast, and we'll just see how they held up throughout the week and if they chip and stuff. Usually during the week that's pretty okay. It's when I get to the weekends because I'm a bit more active and do stuff with my hands. I think we're laying carpets this weekend, so it'll just put it a bit more to the test. So stay tuned and I'll keep you updated. It's the next day, so I'm going to class this kind of as day one of wearing the nail varnish. So this is what we're looking at. So this is a hand with the new one on, and this is just Barry M. I definitely say, like I said, I prefer this colour. That was the closest match I had. So this is how we are looking currently. There are no chips, which is a good sign. The only thing I would say is, when I went to bed they were fine, but when I woke up there were slight indents. It's not going to show up on camera, I don't think, in the nails itself. So it looks like, we finished at about 10 to 7 and I went to bed around 9ish. I don't know how easy it's going to pick up. There are like little bits of dents in some of the nails. Not horrifically bad or anything like that, just ever so slightly. So that's so far, I'd say, so good, especially because no chipping wise. So I'll come back tomorrow and we'll see how well they've done. Okay, end of day 2. So this is what the nails are looking like. I've had a mini chip on the thumb because I actually knocked into something, but everything else still is not chipped. Which is good, neither on this hand either. So yeah, all good, still looking good. Like I said, the only thing I found was obviously with those two nails, little dents were in there after I woke up on the first night. But nothing else has happened since, so maybe I needed to give it a little bit longer to dry. But so far this is holding up well. Okay, end of day 3. And this is how they're looking. So no real change from yesterday. Still that minor chip, but it hasn't grown or anything like that. And still looking pretty good, as is this hand. So far so good, and I'll be back tomorrow. Okay, end of day 4. This is how we're looking. So in terms of this hand, which had the new polish on, still only really that chip. Nothing else that I can see is chipped. So yeah, it's just the thumb on the edge there, but no, everything else is looking good. Barry M hand, same. The thumb has chipped a little bit at the top here, but again, nothing crazy, so we're all good. Tomorrow is Saturday, and actually we're going to be fitting some carpets in the spare room. And at the weekends, I tend to do the cooking and washing up, so Jamie does it on the weekdays, I do it on the weekends. So that'll be a kind of test to see how well this holds up. So I'm going to do it until Sunday night, and then I'm going to repaint them. So I've got 2 more days to kind of test it with, and then I'm kind of happy with the level of testing. So we'll see. Okay, so end of day 5. This is how we are looking. I did get a little bit of a, can you see it? Oh. Did get a little bit of a chip here on the other nail. The thumb's still the same. I'm starting on the middle finger, either side. It's starting to chip away, but the rest is all good. Whereas this hand, which is my Barry M hand, I've had quite a bit of chippage. I did say like my right hand, because it's more dominant, does chip quicker than my left hand. And we've been laying carpets today, and I've been doing a lot of washing up. So this hand has taken a battering, but this one's not done too bad. Like I said, it's had the chip on the thumb. This nail's chipped slightly here, and then my middle finger has chipped either side slightly, but it's still looking in pretty good condition. So I'll continue tomorrow. I haven't got quite as busy a day, but we'll see what it's like, and then I can give my final thoughts then. Okay, end of day 6 with my nails. This is the final check-in I'm going to do. This is how we are looking. So we start with the hand that has the Manucurist nail varnish on. So for my thumb, chipping here and a little bit here, and then side of this nail, at the top of this one, and a little bit here. But overall, this hand still looks pretty good. And I reckon I could go for a couple more days with it. This hand, like I said, this is my more dominant hand, so when I wash up and stuff, this is the hand that takes a beating, because I use a scrub daddy, so it does come off. So this is the Barry M hand, which is showing me up slightly. and you can see it's kind of really has chipped, and like I said, this hand just chips so much quicker because it is my non-dominant hand than this hand. So yeah, so I think overall the nail varnish is a very nice quality and it lasts really well. One thing I would say is, if I compare the nails, these ones feel a lot more bendy than this one. So I think I do prefer the hardener for the Barry M. I like the colour more actually than what I've got on these nails. But I think also I prefer the top coat to this because even though I had, a couple of hours before I went to sleep, it still kind of left those dents like I mentioned earlier in the week in my nails. So I think I'd do a bit of a combination. Like the colours are really pretty. Like I said, they are kind of a bit more expensive than the Barry M ones. But I would definitely pick up a few more and have a bit more play with them. So yeah, I'd say I'm pretty impressed with that nail varnish. Let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know if you've tried it. Like I said, the colour is gorgeous, this one, so I get a lot of use out of this colour for sure. But I just think I prefer definitely the hardener, and I prefer the quick drying top coat as well. So maybe I'll start doing a combination of both. Who knows? But I say overall, first impressions and the test, it's held up pretty well. It looks really nice. Didn't chip for a few days, except the thumb, but I think because I knocked it. Yes, a little bit of dents in these two nails. Nothing major, not that you would notice unless you looked up close, but just something I noticed. But yeah, I'm very impressed with this nail varnish. I definitely would pick up a few more different colours. There's a really fun glittery one which I'm tempted to pick up, but yeah. Let me know if you've tried this brand. Let me know what your favourite nail varnish brands are below, what you love, and yeah, I hope this video was interesting. Please leave request features down below, and I'll see you all in my next video.